Good morning, everyone. I thank you all for joining us today. We're so excited to be coming to you live to announce the Voice for Change winning proposals. For those of you who may not know, Voice for Change is the country's first statewide initiative to put more than $1 million in the hands of students to transform their schools. We received over 200 proposals, 150 of which were deemed eligible for funding. In line with our State Board of Education goal to increase civic engagement, students across 54 Connecticut high schools voted on the proposals that they want to see come to life in their school. So to be clear, we had 54 winning proposals, one in each school that was voted on by the students, which I'm also excited to announce today, though, that there's also 5 additional awards, the 5 Commissioner's Choice Awards, that are going to fund proposals that didn't win their elections, but showcase true innovation, strong commitments to the funding priorities, and diligence in their applications. But before I get to that, I wanted to introduce and turn things over to our Lieutenant Governor, who's been a strong supporter of our Voice for Change, to share some opening remarks. Lieutenant Governor, thank you so much for joining us today. I know you love this initiative, and so I'll turn this over for you to do a welcome.
I do. Commissioner, thank you so much. And it is great to be with all of you. This project is one that gives power to our young people. We've all experienced so many challenges over the past 2 years during the pandemic, and we wanted to give our young people the opportunity to tell us how they could make their school and their community better. And what I loved about the proposals that they put forward, and Commissioner, you and I went to Bristol Central High School and saw some and listened to some very poised and passionate advocates for their projects. I also went to South Windsor High School and listened to some amazing presentations, and it was just remarkable how the projects addressed social and emotional well-being, academic achievement, and helping students catch up. Mental health was a huge priority, and I was just impressed with how attuned students were to that, and how passionate they were about trying to improve the mental health of their fellow students. And also what I loved about it was their thoughtfulness about how technology could be useful in all of these areas, and how they were looking at not just how to make their school better, but how to make their community better as well. And having served as Secretary of the State, of course, I love the idea that students had to advocate for their proposals and then vote on it, because this is really good practice for how to be a good citizen in the future. And I am very, very confident, given everything I've heard and seen from the students' proposals, that they're going to be active, engaged citizens, and I can't wait till they start running for office at the local or state level. So, Commissioner, thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to hearing about the results of the student elections.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor, and that is awesome. We'll circle back to the proposals and how they match the criteria that we've laid out and the priorities, so that is great. And lastly, before, I know you're sitting on pins and needles waiting for the announcement, but before we get there, we're going to get a quick message from Governor Lamont, who sends his regrets as he couldn't join us today.
High school students who participated in Voice for Change, where he asked them what would you like to change about your school? How can we make it more responsive to your needs? You can't be about them without them, and that's what this means. We want the students involved. Those 17,000 students, overwhelmingly, 85%, I thought they'd say less homework or more time for socializing. They said we need a shoulder to lean on in many cases, more time with a coach or a mentor, a social worker, somebody that can hear them out as we go through what I hope is the last of what was a tough couple of years with COVID. Thank you to those 17,000 students for listening to you.
That's great. And so thank you to our governor and for his leadership, certainly along with the lieutenant governor, so instrumental during this process. So as we get ready to share the winning proposals, I want to call everyone's attention to the distribution priority areas addressed by the winners, going back to what the lieutenant governor spoke about earlier. Students, we hear you. Strong attention is being paid to the social emotional well-being of our students and school staff. As you can see, more than 80% of the winning proposals satisfy that priority area. So I just personally want to thank you all and to let you know that the entire ecosystem of education here in our state, including our legislators, everyone's working together to make sure that we have the necessary supports in place to support your well-being so that you can thrive academically as well. And so, without further ado, we're now going to display the 59 winning proposals that you voted on. If you snap a picture of your reaction and excitement, please feel free to put it on social media and tag us so that we can see. Wish we could be in every room that you're in out there today. But first up will be the 54 winners from the ballots you voted on, and then I'll reveal the 5 Commissioner's Choice Awards. So sit tight, don't leave us. All right, they will be in alphabetical order by school district, and we'll certainly give you enough time to read through each page. And if you miss one, this will all be posted. So Maddie, if you can get things teed up on the back here, we'll get started. On the first page, your school districts, as you can see, is from ACES through CREC. So we have ACES, Bristol, Brookfield, Colchester, Common Ground, and CREC. And here are the schools that the proposals came from, and those are the winning proposals on your right. So we're leaving up there so you can take a look at it. We see a healing garden. We see Be Healthy, Student Enrichment Lunch Club, Safer, More Inclusive Environment, Outdoor Learning Space, an Anti-Stress Project, and Helper School, School Store. So that's the first set of winning proposals from these schools.
Commissioner, can I just add that you and I heard that Bristol Central Healing Garden proposal when you and I were there, and so it's exciting to see which one of the 5 or 6 great projects won.
That's right. So hopefully there's some excitement in Bristol right now, and to know, you may have to look back and say, how was our campaign? You may have to go back and take a look at that, but that is awesome. All right, Maddie, let's go to the next set. And these are the technical education and career system high schools. If you know, this is a high school system, and so they have several of their high schools that participated in Voice4Change. And you see the distribution of the high schools and the winning proposals again. We see a comfort zone, healthy eating project, student wellness center, another courtyard recreation happening here, even manufacturing materials happening, greenhouse for good, healthy spaces in schools, food to boost your mood. All right. So those are winning proposals from our career technical education and career system.
Commissioner, I love that the students wanted to focus on manufacturing. That's really great because we need so many graduates to go into manufacturing. There are thousands of manufacturing jobs available right now.
No, absolutely, absolutely. All right, Maddie, moving on. We're going to districts Danbury through Newington. Again, these are the high schools that submitted proposals, and these are the winning proposals as you voted on them. Someone's looking at, they have some malfunctioning water fountains in their school, so they're looking to restore those. I see a study lounge. That I'm sure is connected to our academic enrichment. Food for thought. Mental health is important is another one. And outdoor learning at Newington High School that's occurring. Another set of great proposals that students were successful in getting votes on. In our next slide, we have Norwalk through Suffield. Again, you get a chance to take a look and see what's here. Renovation of outdoor lunch space. We know how important it is to be outdoors, so that's really great. Putnam gets moving. We know physical activity also critical to our cognitive learning and overall health. There's a week of wellness in Norwalk. And there's a fencing program in Norwalk, the Center for Global Studies as well. Really innovative proposals that were successful. And finally, we have Thompson through Wyndham, the last set of the 54. See the future of fitness, student lounge and courtyard. That was very popular for outdoor spaces that were being either developed or redone.
That was a common theme. There were two kinds of spaces: outdoor spaces for people to relax and enjoy, and then student lounge or relaxation areas to de-stress and decompress. We heard a lot about those, didn't we, Commissioner?
We certainly did. And the great thing about those, it was not just only for students, but it was for the entire school community. So it was also making our school staff could access and utilize those spaces as well.
Right. Really and also with a lot of the community garden and outdoor spaces, it went beyond the school community for everyone to enjoy.
Right. So folks, our students were thinking about the broader community in which the school resides, which is really great, and a part of the civic engagement as well, by thinking about others outside of self, which is really important as well. So those are the 54 awards that were voted on, but here now comes the Commissioner's Choice Awards. That's right, we were chosen to highlight innovative, unique proposals received that were not victorious on their school ballots. So we went back in, because you should know many schools had multiple, up to 13 outstanding proposals on the ballot. So, the competition was really tight in those particular spaces. So that's why they only had one winning proposal. So generally speaking, the proposals for the Commissioner's Choice Awards were based on the fact that during the initial review process, these proposals stood out for the diligence that were put into the application. Many included, but not limited to, external research, strong and clear connections to the priority areas, and endorsements from the building or district administrators. And these were not similar to some of the other proposals that we saw. For example, as we both talked about, Lieutenant Governor, the popular proposals about outdoor spaces and greenhouses. So here we are, the first Commissioner's Choice Awards. This proposal will expand post-secondary vocational career pathways in this particular school with strong building support, and expanded access to career pathways is certainly a mission that we've all been working on. And so this first Commissioner's Choice Award vocational certification program, as the title, goes to Common Ground High School, one of our charter schools. So that's the first award. The second award was the only proposal in the state to focus on school staff. So think about this. Our students in this particular high school decided that their exclusive focus with this proposal was to address the well-being of their educators. And I thought that was really unique. So this proposal is Furniture for the Future, Danbury High School in Danbury. So kudos to Danbury for this particular proposal. The third Commissioner's Choice Awards, this proposal will facilitate student-to-student connections with the district's middle school to ease the transition to high school. So we had very few proposals that made connections between other schools in the district. High school, here we come, is the title of this proposal from Granby Memorial High School in Granbury.
That, Commissioner, because I know that when I was in 8th grade, I was very stressed out about starting high school, and what a great idea.
That's exactly right. And especially, going back through the COVID year and all of those kinds of things, this is really, really a neat idea to make that connection. And so the fourth Commissioner's Choice Award, this proposal pertained training through the Wingman Youth Leadership Program to improve school climate and peer-to-peer connections through enrichment. This proposal promotes student leadership and strengthens the school community, which is especially important as we talk about the COVID year. And the Wingman program is a nonprofit in memory of Dylan Hockley, one of the victims of Sandy Hook. So the Wingman program was brought to us in a proposal from Massac High School in Monroe. So congratulations there. And drum roll, final proposal, Commissioner's Choice Awards. This proposal will purchase translating earbuds to support multilingual learners in school and their families when meeting with educators and staff. This proposal was well researched and contains cutting-edge technology and focused on a population of our students who were disproportionately impacted, who are multilingual learners. And so that is number 5 of the Commissioner's Choice Awards. So Maddie, if you could put those up for us so we can recap and folks can see them. Those are our 5 Commissioner's Choice Awards for Voice for Change. So we're just so excited, and we're excited about the innovation, the commitment, and congratulations to all our students who participated in Voice for Change and crafting these proposals. So there you have it. Congratulations. We're so proud of all that you've done. As I've said before, Voice for Change is the first of its kind. Together, we've made history, and that is just so phenomenal. We hope this experience has encouraged you to find more ways to be involved in your school and your local community. And that includes, Lieutenant Governor, if they're eligible to register to vote. Pretty soon here, there will be elections. And there may be other ways to continue to advocate, even to fund these proposals, even at the local level, the community level, going to making a presentation to your school and to your board. And Lieutenant Governor, I am just so excited to share this moment with you, and want to turn it back over to you to share your congratulations as well.
Absolutely. Commissioner, thank you so much. And I want to congratulate all the students who participated and made this such a success. And the commissioner alluded to this, but she didn't say it. You've made history because this project involving all of you caught the attention of the state of Pennsylvania, and they thought this was such a great idea, given what they were hearing about your ideas, that they decided to do it as well. So I think it's fair to say you all have helped start a national movement to give students the power to and the voice to help change their schools and their communities. And I hope you see, as the commissioner and I have, how creative the ideas were, how innovative they were. The two of us were just so impressed with the powerful ideas and the way that you advocated them with such passion. And, I think as you can see from the winning projects, there are some themes that I think we've all seen we should be addressing post-pandemic. We see a theme of healthy eating and mental health and exercise and enjoying the outdoors. And so congratulations to all of you, and please don't stop being involved in your school and your community. If you are 17, you can register to vote. We do have an election coming up in later this year, but every year there's an election, whether it's local, state, or federal. So please continue to be involved. And I hope some of you are now inspired because I think some of you would be great council members, Board of Education members, state legislators. So I hope to see you all in Hartford soon.
That is great, Lieutenant Governor. Thank you. We're so grateful as well for district staff and educators who worked with the department to support our students throughout this process. We will be in touch with information to access the funds in the coming weeks so that we can get working together to implement these proposals come next school year. I'm also going to thank the press for covering today's event, and those of you who've been covering Voice for Change since our announcement in November. Your coverage, when I watch them, you interview the students, so your coverage also have amplified our students' voice. And so in the face of all the challenges that we continue to face, spotlighting our very creative young people in Connecticut, this process also shows what's right with our schools in the state. So thank you, our press partners, for doing that for us and for all our students. Congratulations again to our students. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor, for joining us this morning. Have a lovely weekend, everyone. And students, have a productive remainder of your school day. And for those of you embarking on spring break, those of you can have an extra spring in your step as you go into spring break next week. But enjoy and have a restorative weekend, everyone. Thank you very much for being here.